I hope you guys came prepared today, man. We have the almighty Ultimate Edition WHF's Best of Series 1. We also have Stinger, and it can't be a sweet chin party unless if Shawn Michaels tunes it up and says, "Not your boy toy." That's right, you guys. We're going to cover these 3 fantasy gears that WHF's universe would love to see in the Ultimate Edition lineup. I know this man's got some questioning with contracts, but you know what? It don't mean we can't do it up. Let's do it, Stinger. Yeah! Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. Very excited to put this video together for you guys. Drop a like if you guys think that eventually when he does come back to WWE, Mattel steps in here and makes us the Ultimate Edition that we never got. Now, I do got alternative views for you. Shout out to my brother, WWE Action Fig Kid. He ended up sending one over, and then we're going to cover that as well. But we're going to save that for the grand finale, you guys, because the Stinger, deserves the entrance that you guys were requesting. He's like, yo, whoa, dodging it. Now, as you guys know, we recently got Bret the Hitman Hart. The excellence of execution made the dream possible, because otherwise, I don't know how the hell we would have been able to do it up before the double singlet look. Right here he is alongside next to the man. He says, yo, you're using my damn torso. Hero Fakes, who the heck told you that you could use Bret the Hitman Hart? And then he puts him in the sharpshooter, and then you're tapping, my friend. So primary, this is going to be the main deal when it comes to the whole building process of it all. Assuming we don't get it, at least you guys will have the formula. And that's why you guys got to turn on that notification bell, man. This is what we love to do. We love customs. We love fix-ups. And we're going to cover multiple versions of this. Now, apart from the actual Hitman, I actually also ended up using Rey Mysterio. I feel like the man's got the best gloved hands. He actually does have the tooling and texturing that the man does require. Also, torso cracking will be required in order to execute this man. Ray, I appreciate your damn gloves, but we didn't ask for a Ray Ultimate. Oh, yes, they did. WHF Universe requested it, and you guys are going to get it. As you guys know, he will be released later on that year, so we'll definitely cover the man. All right, so getting back to it. The top part, obviously, repainting did require in order to get that executed. Also, hit up your boy Curb Stomp, dude. If you guys were wondering, like, why the hell did Mattel slip? And I'm going to say this because if you guys do go back, right? For example, the one that they actually ended up releasing, the whole design factor of it all, it wasn't done up, you guys. Technically, the whole scorpion is supposed to go up to the upper portion, but they didn't do it. They ended up doing a shortcut, which again, I can't necessarily say agree, but still needs to happen right here. Now, one that we can compare it right there, it is going to be with the ringside exclusive, which it is the exact same head scan. So if you guys actually wanted to replicate this version in Ultimate Edition, all you'd have to do is find the basic, because this only based off, I believe, is Basic Series 68 that you could have gotten it. So if you can get, your hands on this one, because this one's really rare. I believe it's getting closer to the $200 marker. That would be a great way to do up the Stinger, man. And I love this. I feel like red and black, white and black, or is it black and white? It don't matter. Stinger's bringing the damn heat. Now, one thing that I will say, it was still a benefit, because I actually ended up getting the head scan from the last Ultimate Edition Stinger that we did put up on the channel. So if you guys aren't familiar with it, this is actually a thing of beauty, because it ended up playing out perfectly, you guys. I still got my shirtless thing. I'm going to go ahead and take off the shirt. That way you guys can get a good idea of what shirtless Stinger and the backstage look is giving the man with the current theme. So again, this you could easily utilize for like an AEW look. This is more based off the later days when he did have the shorter hair. But here he is, man. Check that out. Shirtless theme with the singlet. Either way you cut it, Stinger right here is looking damn beautiful in the Ultimate Edition series. That being said, you guys, we're going to go ahead further in. I told you, Action Fig Kid, this was going to be the perfect video, and we are going to go ahead and cover a custom that he did send over. Before we do, I want to show you guys something really cool, because I know you guys were requesting this. You're like, Hero Fix, you told us that the top picks was going to be a top pick. Well, guess what? Almighty is coming up here with some damn figgy heat. And check this out, because not only do we have him right here based off the WWE current look, but we got him in the earlier days, which we actually ended up covering last time. So if you guys did miss it, this is a great way to see the overall theme as to what we're trying to portray. Because keep in mind, the one that is going to be released later down, it is going to be based off the Triple H torso. The one that I used was Seuss for the younger version, and then later, not that it necessarily works, but it is the only thing that we do have to work with. It is based off Mr. T. Now, Top Picks was the primary source for this. I do still got to finish up the elbow pads, and I got to do an arm swap with the one that originally did come with it. I was just so excited, man. I'm like, Bobby Lashley, why the crap are we now finally get him in Ultimate? That's the beautiful thing about subscribing to the channel, you guys. You don't have to be waiting around for Mattel to potentially may not ever even release certain gears that we're making here on the channel, but this is it, man. I love the red. I love the later look. I definitely also prefer the younger look. And one more thing, we ain't even done. Check this out. So as you guys know, I told you, look, I loved what we did right there because for the lower legs, it was based off Ezekiel Jackson, which, you know, it does work. But if you also look at this custom, you guys, I ended up using different parts for it. Now, as you guys can see, this is basically a part swap from the hips. This one actually required a whole torso crack. I ended up utilizing his actual Elite that we did get based off the younger days, which that was the only way that we're going to get the singlet look. This one is based off the debut, so if you guys were wondering why there's nothing going on in the back, that's the reason why. But right here, you guys can see as to what we're throwing down with it, man. And I tell you, both of them work really good. I do think that the bigger thighs, though, are going to definitely look a lot better. I know these ones are based off Booker T, which in proportion, let me know in the comments, because I feel like either do work pretty good, but that's going to be the judgment call right there for the WHF fam. Now let's get that sweet chin music back in here because Action Fig Kid says, Hero Fix, what you doing, buddy? I'm like, I'm over here, dude. You told me Stinger, and I feel like this is a great way to bring the man into play because I do want to show the Stinger here that he did end up sending over, and it is Ultimate Edition, so you're like, Hero Fix, you're telling me we got Stinger in the shirtless look, we got him in the later look, and you guys are going to see everything. Before we do, this Michaels right here, he needs to tune up the band, you guys, because this fight, it's not going to be a proper fight unless if Stone Cold Steve Austin comes up and challenges him at WrestleMania. And then you're like, yo, Mr. Tyson says, I would love to be the special enforcer. I'm going to go ahead and call it down the middle, right? We're going to do the 1, the 2, the 3. And then he ended up turning on the man, which ain't cool. And if you guys, again, did end up missing this custom, I know some of you be wondering, like, Hero Fix, where'd you get that scan? This actually came off eBay figure of several years back. Probably going on 8 years, and I feel like it still suits the man pretty damn good. I ended up using the same torso right there as the Mr. T, but we didn't come here for Mike Tyson. Even though that it's a necessarily formula, right? You can't have this Shawn Michaels unless if you have Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you can't have Sweet Chin music unless you got the whole ensemble, right? This figure, he's been utilized in different scenarios, right? If you guys managed to capture him in the early exclusive in-store lineup, this was it. Or if you guys got the recent, the greatest hits, Shawn Michaels, same thing, which actually that's the one that I used, you guys, because this one actually does have the True FX as well as a double pinless, beautiful elbows that Shawn Michaels was requesting. Again, you can't slap this on, but I really wanted to give you the overall theme as to how this looks. And I got to tell you, man, I feel like Action Fig Kid definitely nailed it because he ended up posting this and I'm like, bro, that looks beautiful. I wanted to originally use the Seth Rollins figure, but the problem of it was when I ended up slapping on the head scan on it, you guys, it said way wrong, bro. It was wrong. He's like, how you going to do me wrong like that, man? He's like, you didn't go to Curb Stomp City. He's like, can I go to Curb Stomp City? No, it's too damn late. So I do think had the actual peg hole of this head scan fit more accordingly on this torso. For a younger Michaels, I still want to play it out, man. I'm going to find a head scan that's actually going to work real well with it. We ain't giving up, man. I love playing with the torso choices, and I do feel that this one, it still works out. I'm going to go ahead and take off the vest so you guys can see what you could potentially get in this Ultimate Edition Best of WHF Greatest Hits, right? You definitely get the entrance gear, which is a thing of beauty, but we also need to have the belt. after all, this was the money on the line that night. He says, I'm going to retirement, buddy. My back, it ain't doing too damn good. And he was definitely on a straw. So I feel like having Shawn Michaels right here in an iconic moment, because after this, you guys, the whole comeback special, after he did say he was stepping away from the ring, dude, it was iconic, right? So this right here, this is kind of like a slow departure from it all, and I do think it works pretty good. I did torso crack this, so if you guys were wondering like what went down, I did torso crack this. I got a little bit too much adhesive popping through the top, but I'll go ahead and scrape that off. Otherwise, I do think it's coming out pretty damn clean. This one a little bit sloppy, but you know what? We ain't judging it. The only thing we will do is, yeah, we got to tune it up, man. Sweet Chin Music, what do you guys prefer? The Elite or the Ultimate Edition? And also, give me your thoughts. We would love to see WWE or WHF, so I almost said WWE. Who wants to see Wrestling Hero Fix's choice for Greatest Hits remake right here on the channel, right? Drop a like. Let us know if that's something you guys would love to do. This is just a thought, right? It's some great ideas. You guys know that Mattel, they've been releasing a lot of these old superstars, such as Austin. He's going to be coming out with the later Stinger, which, you know, it works great. But at the end of the day, it ain't no Sweet Chin Party. And at the end of the day, it ain't WHF fam unless if you're subscribing. So if you are, definitely appreciate the fact that Sweet Chin Party right here on the regular, Bobby Lashley coming up in, I don't know which one we're going to showcase. We're going to do all three, buddy boys. This is how we're going to close it out. We got over here, he's like, Mr. Mike Tyson, you guys ought to be more careful. You guys are going to end up hurting somebody, and then I'm going to have to knock you out, right? Yeah! Again, I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you are stopping by for the first time. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed Ultimate Edition Series 1 of Greatest Hits, but with a little twist with the comeback special based off Elite Gears. I appreciate you guys. Definitely see you on the next one. Stinger, how are we taking this out? I'll do it up, Hero Fakes. Stinger's back! You thought we forgot. Get out of here, man. I said save the best for last. Again, Action Fig Kid, I appreciate you, brother, for sending this over. This is beautiful, man. Matter of fact, you know what we got to do up? I feel like the whole tune-up factor right here from the knees down with the JBL. No, it wasn't JBL. It was Bradshaw. Right there with the man, with the tune-up. I feel like that's proper scale now, right? We're going to go ahead and throw it down. Future video, you guys got to check this out, man. Action Fig Kid doing it up on the regular. Stinger, we bringing it out yet? No, not yet. What about you? Stinger Splash!